What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a build guide, so I asked you guys on my community tab what budget you would like to see, and the results were a tie between a $1,000 and $500 PC build. So in this video we're going to be looking at the $1,000 PC, and in the next video we will be doing the $500 one. This is a pretty epic $1,000 PC with some serious power as it does style. All the parts are linked down below in the description for you to check out, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. So for the case, I decided to roll with Antec's NX400 PC case. This is one of the best cases I could find for an inexpensive price of around $50. It's got a tempered glass side panel, an addressable RGB front panel, and comes with a 120mm addressable RGB fan, making this case a win all around. I know it's not readily available online, but I'll leave some good alternatives down in the description that's just as good. For the motherboard, I decided to pick up Gigabyte's Aorus B450 Elite Gaming Motherboard. I know the B550 motherboards are out now, but I couldn't get my hands on one in time. But the B450 is a sweet spot for the Ryzen builds. At around $100, it's got a very clean aesthetic, 2 M.2 slots for easy expansion, and a touch of RGB that can sync up with the case and case fans. It will also support the upcoming new Ryzen 4000 series, so there's that. Moving on to the CPU, I'm using the Ryzen 7 3700X. These processors go around for $274, which is a pretty good deal considering its MSRP of $300, with 8 cores and 16 threads and a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a boost of 4.4 GHz. The CPU is a beast when it comes to raw performance. Since it's got 8 cores, it's also future-proofed for upcoming games that utilizes more cores, and if you edit videos or stream, this is a huge plus. I'm also going to be pairing this up with Cooler Master's Hyper 212 Black RGB cooler, because the Wraith cooler that comes with this CPU is actually being used in another build, but the thermals of the Wraith cooler are more than adequate for this build anyway. As for RAM, I'm rocking 16 gigs of G.Skill's Ripjaws with a clock speed of 3200 MHz. It comes in a set of 2 8GB sticks, so you can take advantage of the dual channel mode. And for storage, we have a 240GB RGB NVMe M.2 SSD from Clev. I actually got this on a pretty good deal, which is why I've chosen this. Otherwise, I usually don't get an RGB SSD. But I've also gone ahead and paired this up with a 1TB Western Digital hard drive for secondary storage. As for power, I'm using Superflow's semi-modular 650W 80+ certified power supply. And finally, moving on to the graphics card, the AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT. The version I have here is the Asus ROG Strix, but most third-party cards are good options, and it only retails for around $380 to $400, which is much cheaper than Nvidia's RTX 2070 Super for very comparable performance, if not better performance in some games. This card is perfect for 1440p gaming and 1080p gaming at high frames. But don't take my word for it, let's dive straight into benchmarks and you can take a look for yourself. With that being said, that wraps up this build. The total cost is on screen right now. Be sure to subscribe so you can catch future videos like this, like the $500 one that's coming up. And as always, thanks for watching.